So I'm looking at the calendar today, and I see it's June 3rd. June 3rd, and the NBA Finals still haven't started. The NHL Stanley Cup Finals are just starting tonight. Seriously? I mean, we've got 2.5 more months to go until we have meaningful football. Yes, folks, it's the dog days of summer, even though summer doesn't officially arrive for 2 more weeks. But how times have changed. I'm looking at the calendar today, and I see June 3rd, and I'm thinking, God, I remember when I used to be in junior high and even high school, this was the time you'd get out of school this week, and then summer would officially begin. And it was a different time back in the 70s, as well as I do. For us, and there was 4 of us in the neighborhood, that means we get up, and by 10 o'clock in the morning, we're outside before the heat really hit and the humidity. And we're playing ball for 3 or 4 hours. Now, there's only 4 of us. God forbid if somebody's mother insisted that kid did something different that day that was taken precedence and was more important than playing ball that day, suddenly we'd have 3 guys. We'd have to share a teammate for 9 innings. We had ghost runners that we knew as by name when we're playing wiffle ball or baseball. And then, of course, after the game, you're playing for 4 hours, then it's hit the pool. In-ground pool in my dad's backyard. I mean, that was the life of luxury then. We'd go swimming and hang out in the pool for 4 or 5 hours, go eat dinner, and then we'd go back and play ball again. Now, sometimes we did deviate from the norm. Some days we'd actually play basketball in the middle of summer, but that wasn't the big sport back then. It was all about baseball. You know it as well as I do. And God forbid if it rained, well, we had a solution for that as well. We had a long-running game of Monopoly, or a game called Easy Money, where we would just keep playing for weeks and weeks on end because maybe we only had to play 1 day a week because of the rain. Times have changed. I mean, nowadays, kids wake up, they immediately check their Facebook page, right? Then they spend the rest of the day on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, using their cell phone, going to the mall. Again, times have changed. And you want to know why people don't watch sports anymore? Because nobody cares. Because kids aren't growing up involved in sports as heavily as we were, because they have so many more options. Just a different era, isn't it, guys? But anyway, listen, today, Wednesday, I'll get to the good stuff in just a moment. More importantly, the Charity Play of the Week won for the 10th time in 14 weeks last night, courtesy of Jeff Benton, who was right on the money with that game that was rained out on Monday, finally played last night. His American League total of the month, Boston and Minnesota under. The Red Sox win the game 1-0. You got the winner for free. So now it's quid pro quo time. I'm going to ask you to make a donation to a family in a time of need. In today's story, I bring you to the tale of a little 4-year-old girl by the name of Phoebe Rose, who was diagnosed with a very bad form of leukemia at 9 weeks old. I mean, you can refer, if you're watching my video here on the web page, you can scroll down the page and you can go to our mother's blog, which details for the past year and a half all the treatments this little girl has had, a bone marrow transplant, the resulting infections because her immune system has been so compromised, the daily treatments and tests she's still undergoing at St. Jude's Hospital. Listen, the bottom line is this, though. Every dollar helps this family during their struggle and a fight for a cure. So I'm asking you to make a donation. If you go to the link underneath my video on my homepage, click on it, and you'll see where you can donate using your Visa, using your MasterCard, using your PayPal, whatever you want to. The choice is yours. All I ask is you make a donation if you happen to get to play for free. That's what the Charity Play of the Week is all about. I know I go on and on about it week after week for the past 4 years, but listen, the community of caregivers that we have built, you and I together, we've helped so many people. I would easily say that probably $350,000 easily has been contributed by all of us over the past 4 years. Think about that. I'm asking gamblers to take a pick for free, make some money, and then asking them to give something in return. Hey, listen, I'm no dummy. I know only probably about 20% of you out there ever make a donation. That's okay. The other 80% of you think you're beating me? Life has a funny way of coming back and biting you in the ass. It's called karma. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is, those that do participate, my appreciation, my gratitude forever. Listen, you go to the page, you already see I put my $250 in. So I hope you do something as well. I don't care if it's today or a week from now when you get paid off by your offshore sports book. That's okay. As long as you contribute, that's what matters most. Now, in terms of the big play today, let's talk about Jeff Benson, because last night, of course, as I told you, you got his American League Total of the Month winner for free. Now, that was, let me just check, that was a 50-dime play, okay? Just like the 50-dime Sunday Night Total of the Month you got with him with the Tigers Angels under for the $5 play of the day a couple of days ago. Today, he has something stronger, 50% stronger, in fact, his 75-dime National League lock on the Cubs Marlins, and it's the half-price play of the day, simply by using coupon code Jeff, his first name, Jeff. And remember, $10 bettors have made a little over $8,600 in baseball alone over the past 2 seasons. Now, Scott Delaney, he lost yesterday. He was going for 80-dime winner number 4 in a row. The Angels failed him. The night before, he had an 80-dime winner on the Angels as a $1.40 dog on the run line. And of course, you have now gotten his plays at a huge discount. Today is going to be the 9th straight day. He's won 6 of the past 8. In fact, he's won 8 of the past 10. He's won 13 of the past 16 days. I'm sorry, he's going for winning day number 13 out of 16. So he's won 12 of the past 15 days. And in that 15-day stretch, $10 bettors are still up over $4,800. You might want to check out his NL Total of the Month. On that same game, Cubs Marlins, you over under. It's the 777 triple play. You get it for $7.77 by using coupon code SCOTT777. And the late night bankroll builder, Matt Rivers, last week, 2-0 sweep with those bankroll building releases, top rated 5,000 star plays. Tonight, it's on your late game between the Padres and Mets. And you get it for $19, saving $80 on the process by using coupon code RIVERS19, RIVERS19. I took a split with my free plays yesterday. I warned you that when I gave you the Cardinals on the run line, I was worried that St. Louis simply hasn't been scoring at all or hitting at all here of late, and they had not given Lance Lynn much run support, and that one came back to bite me in the ass, because the Cardinals only won last night against Milwaukee 1-0. So you had the Brewers win the first game of the series 1-0, and then you have the Cardinals win 1-0 last night. Is that a throwback to another era? Is that like back to the 70s or 60s when pitchers dominated, right? But anyway, the other free play was an easy one. The Pirates plus $1.10 beating up San Francisco. 11-5 complimentary play run going into today's complimentary plays. And let me get to them now for you. The first game, you know, it's funny. I looked at the card. We have a lot of makeup games today. We have a lot of write-in games. But the game that first I focused on was the Cleveland contest against Kansas City. Now, I know Jason Vargas of the Royals has beaten the Indians twice this season. I know the Royals have beaten up Corey Kluber twice this season. But you have 2 teams that right now are going in different directions. The Indians win tonight. They're back at 500 for the first time since the opening week of the season. The guy that some people were saying wasn't worthy of being the American League Cy Young Award winner a year ago, Corey Kluber, after that dreadful start, well, he's kind of turned it around. You go back to that 18 strikeout performance he had 4 starts ago. In that 4-start stretch, he's a perfect 3-0. He has 50 strikeouts and allowed just 22 hits in 32 innings of work and an earned run average of 1.41 in those starts. And ironically, that winning streak started after he got beaten up for the second straight time by the Royals. Now, Jason Vargas is making a second start since returning from a flexor strain injury in his arm. He was on a pitch count, only worked 4 innings, gave up 4 hits and 2 runs on the loss to the Yankees on Tuesday. That was his first start in about 3 weeks. Listen, the Indians won last night's series opener by a 2-1 count. They've won 3 in a row, 11 of 14. They are 7-1 in their last 8 on the road in that stretch as well. Meanwhile, Kansas City 1-6 in its last 7 games, and the Royals have certainly cooled off since their early season success, especially at the plate. They've only batted 174 in those 6 losses. 5 of those 6 losses, they've scored 1 run. The other game, they exploded in that loss. They scored 2. That's how bad it has been going for Kansas City. So I like the Indians, and I'm getting Kluber at minus $1.40 here as a road chalk, and I'm willing to invest in that spot. I'm also going to go with the San Diego Padres, minus $1.50 at home tonight against the New York Mets. The Mets won the opener of the series, 7-0, but then the Padres rebounded last night, 7-2. You know, the Mets series opener win 2 nights ago, that's their only road win in their last 8 outside of Citi Field. They're going with Guy tonight, who is making his first start since May 3rd because he's been out with a groin pull. James Shields has been everything is advertised for the Padres. Yes, he benefits from pitching in a pitcher-friendly park in Petco. Pitcher Friendly Park in Petco. That's a lot of alliteration, and I dare you to say that 3 times quickly. Pitcher Friendly Park, Petco. Okay, you gotta love the live video reports and how my mind works. Anyway, listen, the team's won each of his last 6 starts, okay? And they are 4-1 in his 5 home starts this season. And overall, in those 5 home starts, he has a more than respectable 3.16 earned run average. I'm going to go with the Padres here and lay the wood with them tonight as your other complimentary play. So the Padres and the Indians, 1 road chalk, 1 home chalk, are your 2 complimentary plays, 11 and 5 run with the freebies. That'll do it. We'll talk about NBA playoff action tomorrow. Oh, by the way, you didn't think I was going to talk about the Stanley Cup playoffs, right? I mean, do you follow hockey? I don't even care about hockey. I gave up following hockey probably like in the 80s. My last hockey bet, I was up in Canada last week and I'm talking to some guys and they were asking, well, do you handicap hockey? And I say, my last hockey bet was 1987. I think it was Edmonton and Philadelphia and the Stanley Cup Finals. I think that year, I could be off a year or so, but that's the last time I bet on hockey. I had 1 hockey play last year. I won it. That's it. 1 hockey play in 2 years. So to me, the fact that Chicago is playing Tampa Bay, yeah, the Blackhawks are going to win the series, and that's all I know, and that's all I care to know. So that'll do it. Good luck to y'all, and I'll catch you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.